Hi, and welcome to the Mr. P Productions tutorial number 2. In this tutorial, we'll be taking a look at the technique called the drag and drop. This allows students to drag their answers into the box and have the answer revealed, sort of an extension of the last tutorial that we took a look at. On this page, I have to insert a box. So I go to my shapes, click on the square, the rectangle, okay, and I'm going to create mine. Again, I'm going to highlight it so I can adjust it to make sure that it fits on the page and the size that I want it. That looks good, so I'm going to drag it over there. Next, we need to fill it with a color. So I'm going to hit on the paint can, and I'm going to already chosen a green, and it's under the granite there. So you'll see that it will have a multiple of colors, starting with green. Next, let's add a text box. So click on my arrow, and I'm just going to start typing away. So again, we'll keep it consistent with the last tutorial. So we're going to be dealing with provinces. Okay, and again, I want this to be a little bit bigger so the kids can see it. And let's add, make it red so it stands out. So there we have our promises. On the side, on this side, we're going to create the title to let the students know what we're going to be doing or what they have to do. So let's drag the correct province into the box. Okay, nice and simple. We'll bring that there, and again, we'll make it bigger and highlight it. Okay, and again, let's make it stand out for those kids at the back. So there we go. Drag the correct province into the box. Now we need our provinces. So once again, we can go to the gallery tab. And again, I typed it in and the search came up with our provinces. So again, let's just drag a couple in here. Ontario, PEI. Okay, and for this sake, let's get um, a territory in there, even though it doesn't ask for a territory. I'll show you why we're putting this one in. So first, I'm going to hook up on Ontario. And now that we've highlighted Ontario, we also want to type. So I'm going to click underneath and I'm going to label these on Ontario. Okay, again, let's make it bigger. Okay, 22. And again, underneath now, okay, Ontario, obviously, when we drag it on, is a correct answer. So I'm going to let the kids know that they got it right. So great work. Now, for this one, though, we don't want them to see it right now. We want them to see it when we drag it into the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color to the same background. And I'm just going to click here. Okay, and as you can see now, that it has disappeared. So I'm going to take this box and we're just going to move it up. And now I'm going to highlight all of them and I'm going to group them. So if I go to group, now it's all one big one. And as you can see, by making that great work disappear, you'll see what happens when I drag it into the box. So now when I drag it in, boom, the correct answer appears and it lets them know instant feedback right away. So let's try that again. So again, underneath, I'm going to type PEI, okay, and underneath I'm going to type correct. Okay, and again, I want this a bit bigger, make it 22 like the last one. And now again, highlight this, go to font, and we want to make it the same color as the background. When we click out of it, as you can see, it disappears. I'm going to move it so it lines up. Again, highlight both of them, click on the arrow, and group them together. Just to test to make sure. So I drag it over, and as you can see, it lets them know right away that they got it right. Now, for this one, obviously, you want to put in there in that some that are wrong. So here we have a territory, and as you can see, drag the correct province. It doesn't ask territories, and what happens if they drag a wrong answer in. So let's label this one. This one's Yukon. So we'll label that. Okay, and for this one, you'll see that we really don't have to put anything underneath because you'll see the effect, what's going to happen when I do it. So let's group these together. Okay, and make them 1. So now they're 1. Now, when you put it over, you can see that they show up and there's no answer or anything, but we want to go a step further. We want to make this disappear and let the kids know right away that they didn't get the correct answer. So let's send this, when we go to order, let's send it to the back and you'll see what happens now. So when the kids bring it over, it disappears. So that means that it's not in there. Okay, and that's a pretty cool way um, to get it back there. So you can see that um, they can get instant feedback right away. It's a cool technique to let the kids know how they're doing on certain stuff. And you can use this again. This is just taking the map one and making it more interactive. Here's a cool one. You could use this for anything. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and stay tuned as I'll post one coming up in the future. Thanks.